Okay, so I blogged about this before, but it popped up on Facebook again, and um, I got all worked up again. So there's this quiz, this survey, whatever it's called, going around that says, 5 plus 5 plus 5 minus 5 plus 5 minus 5, whatever it is. At the very end, it has a plus 5 times 0 equals question mark. And, uh, and both, when I saw it before, I know that it was most, not a majority, but a plurality of the people were putting 0 as the answer, which is incorrect. It is incorrect. I think the first time I saw it, there were somewhere around a third of the people putting the correct answer. This time around when I saw it, there were 650,000 people that put 0 and 250,000 people that put the correct answer, which is 15. There were also, uh, oh, maybe 20,000 or so. I didn't remember exactly how many that put 20, and I'm guessing they just counted the pluses and minuses wrong. And then there was another answer, and maybe it was 40, I don't know, but a couple thousand people put that too. At any rate, uh, it's this is barely better than a quarter of the people that answered are giving the correct answer. And it's very, very disturbing to me that this is the case. That only a quarter of the people answering know how to do math, and that more than 2/3 this time of the people that are answering are, are zero. They're putting 0. I mean, that's the most obviously false answer of all of them. And it disturbs me because these people are allowed to vote. They can go to the ballot, to the polls, cast their ballot, and their ballot counts just as much as an intelligent person's ballot. Now, obviously, being able to perform arithmetic shouldn't be a prerequisite for being able to vote. And if it were only this particular thing, I would say, all right, maybe people just can't do math, but they're still smart people. But it's not this. It's everything that I see. I don't watch TV. I don't have TV at home, but every time I have seen the news at somebody else's house or in a public place, um, all over TV, I see stupidity. And I'm not talking about sitcoms, they're joking and it's fun, yay. I'm talking about like the news, like shows that are supposed to be communicating information. And then on Facebook, the things that people post on their wall, the pictures, political cartoons, mudslinging, everything that people post is garbage. It's just plain garbage. It's not a logical, reasoned argument. People don't reason with each other. They just say something sensational because it'll get attention. They'll say, they'll talk about Mitt Romney putting his dog on top of his car, or about Obama lying. There's a picture with George Washington that says, "I cannot tell a lie," right next to Obama that says, "I cannot tell the truth." And it's just an inflammatory thing to do that has, I mean, if you want to make a case that Obama is a liar, talk about it, mention the things that he has said that are false, say why they're false, give evidence, cite sources, and then you'll have a case. Be logical, reason things through. Don't just sling mud at people and say, well, you should vote for Romney because I hate Obama. Like, great, hate Obama, but that's not a reason to vote for Romney. Okay, Romney put the dog on top of his car, and I think that was terribly irresponsible of him, and I'll make fun of him for it, but that's not a reason not to vote for him. vote for him or don't vote for him based on his policies and whether what he is proposing is good for the country or bad for the country. Use your critical thinking skills. Develop critical thinking skills. Because obviously, with 650,000 people saying that 0 is the answer to this question, there's obviously 15. With that, I mean, obviously people don't have critical thinking skills. Even if you just copy the text, 5 plus 5 plus 5 minus blah, 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 the whole thing, just copy it and put it into a Google search. It will tell you that the answer is 15. And you're not even doing any work for that. Google's doing the work for you. It's calculating it for you. You just stick it onto your calculator on your computer, or your own calculator or wherever, and it will tell you the answer is 15. There's not 0. People can't even put in the smallest amount of effort into looking up and deciding whether something is true or false. There was the Colorado shooting last weekend, a very tragic event. Horrible. I can't imagine why anyone would ever do something like that. But it happened. And it's, of course, it sparked all sorts of gun control debate, and liberals are slinging their mud and saying how evil guns are, and conservatives are slinging their mud and saying, we shouldn't outlaw guns because criminals don't follow the law anyway. Well, think through something before you say it. Give an actual logical argument. Don't just say something because it sounds good or because it'll spark a reaction from the other person, makes the other person look stupid. Reason things through. I saw one friend, of all the people I saw tons of friends post things about gun control. I saw one friend post something that was intelligent, reasoned through. It was a coherent, logical statement. And it was so nice to read, because everybody else is just saying garbage. Completely illogical, sensational, just stupid things. And so I think this particular math survey, the fact that so many people are getting it wrong, is merely a reflection of the stupidity of society. And I'm sure there are some people that literally are incapable of thinking logically. I'm sure there are some of those. I think most people are capable, but just refuse to. They either don't want to take the effort, or they don't have enough education, or I don't know, whatever other reason. Maybe they just simply refuse to be logical. They'd rather be emotional. And that's what disturbs me, that in this country policy is decided by people who do not reason through arguments. They do not think things through. They don't have critical thinking skills. And that's what I find disturbing. That's what really bothers me about this. Yes, as a math teacher, it really bothers me that people don't know their order of operations and that they think the answer is 0 when it's really 15, or 20, or 40, or whatever the other options were. Those ones really confuse me. Why would anybody write that? Whatever. But really the thing that's disturbing is that people don't think things through. They just say whatever comes to mind, or they just say whatever they're thinking or feeling at the moment, but not actually using logic.